It is time to expand minds through movies, TV, sports, and flicks. It is time to boldly go where no podcast has gone before. It is time for the Captain Talks Flicks.
The Captain Talk Flicks.
Welcome to the Captain Talks Flicks podcast. I'm your host, Captain Cortez, aka Mr. Love, and this is where we talk flicks. And ladies and gentlemen, this past week, I continued my training of becoming a Green Lantern. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I have been chosen to train to become a member of the Green Lantern Corps. And that means I get to use my mind, my will, and my creativity to create constructs so I can protect this sector of the universe. Yes, that's what I'm doing. I'm training to become a Green Lantern. Actually, this is not true. But what actually happened is I saw the show called Lanterns on HBO. Yes, it's absolutely magnificent. I'm gonna get to that. First couple things. I want to give a big shout out to Seattle, Washington. Got to play in Seattle this past week. Gracias, gratitude, doraba. And Seattle. I heard in Seattle, there's a place, a space, a time to go ahead and do whale watching. You can literally watch for whales. I did not know this till today. I think it's absolutely magnificent. So one of these days, I'm gonna have to go to Seattle just so I can watch for humpback whales. Cause you know, in the future, humpback whales save the universe or save Earth or something. You ever seen Star Trek Voyage Home? Yes, exactly what happens. Yeah, well, I'm gonna go watch for them in Seattle so we protect the universe, bro. Yes, well, thanks, listen. Appreciate you guys' gratitude. And additionally, this episode is brought to you by the song called Positive Mindset, because I believe having a positive mindset will help you navigate Earth a little bit better. I believe it's true. So if you want to hear the song that I made, constructed, created about this over synthy, hip-hop, sci-fi, electronic type beats, me rapping my unique style, I'll put the below to the song called Positive Mindset by me, the Captain Cortez. Now, let's go to the podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, I watched Lanterns again. And let me just start by saying this. I'm going to kind of piggyback or just continue with it last week. This show is real. It's not real, but it feels grounded in reality. Like I said the last episode I talked about the pilot, it really feels grounded in reality. And so to expand upon that, I read some articles. I was trying to see what the vibe was for Lanterns. And apparently people are loving it. First of all, I'm going to say this. I was reading some article and they said the writers or creators kind of modeled slightly after True Crime? They called True Crime. That was on HBO. And also Slow Horses. Now, Slow Horses is one of my favorite shows. You'll love espionage. And I said, yeah. I was like, well, they did. And I kind of thought about it like Hal Jordan is kind of like Jackson Lamb, who's the star of Slow Horses, if you haven't seen it. Slow Horses stars Gary Oldman as Jackson Lamb. He's an old school MI5, MI6 spy. I can't remember which one it is. And you know, he has a very eccentric personality. And after reading that quote, I was like, yeah, they're not the same, but they kind of are similar. They kind of rhyme, quotation mark. They kind of have the same kind of vibe, literally. I was like, yeah, that's true. So I get that. And maybe that's why I like it so much, personally. But anyways, yeah, that's part of it. But let me get into what I think is really happening here, in my opinion. Now, we're going to go ahead and rewind the clock back to the 90s, maybe even before that. But as I recall as a young person, HBO over the last whatever years has been very good at creating original programming that's captivating, exciting, entertaining, right? I'm gonna go ahead and name a few. There was The Sopranos, obviously, which everyone seemed to agree was phenomenally good. But there was the prison show Oz, or whatever it's called, Oz or something. There was The Wire, right? There's Game of Thrones. There was True Blood. I mean, there's been countless shows that HBO has created that have been considered magnificent, right? HBO knows how to create television shows like really well. We're talking those hour-long formats, mature rating, adult language, all these things. Adult themes are really good at it. They've just been hammering out, putting out Westworld. They've been putting out so many good quality shows. They're known for that. They're just the ones I'm really well aware of, right? And so this show follows in the vein of all those things. True Blood, True Crime, whatever you call it. Like, this show follows in the footsteps of those shows, like literally. This is basically like HBO doing their style of show with the Lantern DC property, and it's absolutely magnificent. 100%. I really strongly feel that, and behind that is just facts. It's just like that, because all the shows I just listed, I've watched them all, and I've loved them all. All of them. All the ones listed, I've seen all of them, the whole series, and they're phenomenally good, in my opinion, a lot of other people's opinion. And basically, whatever magic that HBO does to their shows, they've done this to Lanterns. Let me just say that. It was worth the wait of 15, whatever years. It took a long time, but it is phenomenally good. And let me just say, this is probably, to date, the best superhero show I've ever seen on TV. Yeah, now I know I love the Lanterns, and I'm a fan, so I'm kind of biased, but even with Lantern, it's really good. Like, I've seen countless TV shows of superheroes. Now, I haven't seen the Disney ones, so I can't really speak on it. They may have some magnificent stuff over there. I haven't watched other Marvel stuff on Disney. I haven't had a chance to. And there might be great stuff over there, but I'm talking about the ones I've actually seen. Out of the superhero TV shows I've literally seen over the last 30 years, whatever years, this is absolutely the top of the stack. Now, in the spy world, I tell you that the Bureau is the top of the heap for the spy shows, right? But guess what? In the superhero world for TV shows, this is the best, in my opinion. It only took 2 episodes, but literally, it is the best. Why do I say that? Because basically, HBO did what they did best with the Lantern prop. Like I just told you, they did all those great shows. They did the same thing with this. It is magnificent. And the stats and all the tomatoes and all the things seem to show that. People are talking really good about this. I was talking to my chick earlier. She said her kids want to watch it. I didn't know her kids even did that. She was like, oh yeah, my kids want to see that. Yeah, I mean, it's that good. They probably don't even know the character that well. They're super Marvel guys. Her kids, they're like loving Marvel dudes, right? But like literally, they're like, we watch this Lanterns. Yeah, of course, because they're hearing the buzz. They're hearing how great it is. They're hearing all the awesomeness. I mean, once it's spreading, people are figuring it out. And I've known this for a long time. You know, Hal Jordan, the Green Lanterns himself, they've had a huge effect in my life. The stories are great. There's a little line in spoiler in Green Lantern. I'm gonna spoil it right now. And if you like a real Green Lantern head, you know, in order to unlock the box, I think Hal Jordan says like this Mogo doesn't socialize, something like that. So Mogo is an actual planet who's a Green Lantern. In the Green Lantern comic books, this is showing that I've read this. There's a planet that's actually a Green Lantern. And I think there's even a couple storylines where it actually blows up or he dies or something, or it explodes or something to that effect. I think I actually have that storyline. But he's literally a planet. Now, anyone that hasn't read the comics or doesn't know the world is not going to know that. I know this because I've literally read them. If you doubted it, right? I've read the stuff legitly for years. You know, only dudes that have read the books know these things. Like so if someone has read the books, you will catch the lines, right? And that's one. And I think that Easter egg, you really had to know the books to know that. I think it was shown in the movie with Ryan Reynolds. I can't remember, it's been a long time. It might have been. But I don't know. But other than that, I don't think it's been talked about that much in the cinematic, you know, DC universe or TV universe or whatever you're talking about, right? So anyways, yeah, just that little detail. But like I said, this show is like a realistic portrayal of a superhero show. Like I said, it's kind of similar to Logan they did over at Fox, right? It is that way, and I think it's phenomenal. I like it that they added gritty realism to the superhero show. They've shifted the genre. Honestly, this superhero show is a game changer. Now I will say this also. The other show that is like this, in similar kind of not the same but similar, is the Spider-Man over at Amazon Prime. Yes, while not the same, it was a new, fresh interpretation, which I loved as well. So right now, in the last 5-6 years, when I was getting a little bit of superhero fatigue, these two particular shows has really shifted my mind of what superhero shows can be, superhero movies can be. Now, I'm not trying to hate on what's happening with any of the superhero stuff, right? But I felt they've been pumping out like one style or one way of doing it, when there's multiple ways of storytelling with anything you talk about. And so these two particular shows from two different rival, comic book companies are bringing unique style, unique storytelling to properties that have been done a million times over. Especially Spider-Man. Spider-Man done so many times. And they had a new, fresh take, a new way of storytelling. And same with Lanterns. Lanterns a new, fresh take, way of storytelling for the superheroes over there that they've done a certain way. And I'm here for it, loving it. These two particular shows, they're great, like literally. And so like, while I was getting a little fatigued, like I said, the fact that they bring something new to the table is making it more exciting. And the Lanterns is phenomenally good, that's all I'm saying. And so anyways, I wasn't getting the plot of the show, and I could do all that, but I'm not gonna just go watch the show. The show's literally good. I mean, I could talk about it all day, and there's really things that I could bring up too, like phenomenal things, lessons. But I talk too much. Literally, the show is great. Just go watch it. So if you've heard these podcasts, you know I love Star Trek. You know I love espionage shows. And the third is Green Lantern. Like I said before, in many podcasts, the reason I don't talk about them, because there's not much to watch. They have the animated movies come up here. I never talk about those on here. Occasionally I will. But generally, there's been no live action movie, no TV shows to speak of, so I don't talk about them much. But this is probably my third most favorite property between Star Trek and espionage stuff, right? Literally. And finally, we got a show, bro. Finally, that ring I've been wearing for like 10 years is paying off. When people see me walking around, say, oh, he's got a Green Lantern ring. Yeah, I've been having it. You still catching up, bro. So anyways, I appreciate you guys listening. Thank you very much. And until next time, we'll see. In brightest day, in blackest night, no evil shall escape my sight. Let those who worship evil's might beware my power. Green Lantern's light. But this time, it's Captain Peaks.
The Captain Talk Flicks.